it did not work very well for us, because you can see that you have all the emulsion below. And the second one on your right, we didn't treat at all. And what we did, we put everything in that drum, and if you know the French machines to do coffee, we put that that device over there. And what we do is, we go to our place, we take the biodiesel, and then we filter again to then move to the dry columns. So what we did is we retrieve all the biodiesel, we cool, and all the rest would be used to, I don't know, soap. Then to the next slide, we start to do our 327 results. Here's some tests that we have some concerns, because you see some people saying there is not significant to do that test, and people saying I'm doing like in the past. I do my 327 results, but I put my biodiesel on my truck like in the past. So they don't really consider it. And we had concerns about 327 results from us, and then we collect some samples from other people using other equipment. And for instance, in the next slide, you will see, I cannot see the screen now. Okay. Well, I don't know why. So if you are in slide number 12, you will see it's a sample of 327 from people using a BioPro equipment. And we tried to buy BioPro here in Argentina, but I think that that equipment in US is more or less $25,000, the 380 with the 2 dry columns, and they are selling that equipment here in Argentina for $60,000. So it's far away from what we can avoid. Something else we try to use to decant faster, you can go to slide number 13, is to use electrolysis. So I'm sorry I cannot see your screen right now, but if you're in slide number 13,
yes.
You will see on your left is the transfer we found with 8 kilovolts and 20 milliamperes. And in the right, what I tried to show to you is the device we put within the reactor to do faster the electrolysis. We tried 1 or 2 times, and we didn't see really differences between doing that way and letting the decant overnight. So we don't know if what is going wrong in there is maybe it's too much liquid for that transfer, we need more power, because when you see the video on YouTube, it's going very fast. But for us, at the beginning, you can see that it's go fast, but I mean, we are not really confident in our process in that way. Another surprise we have, if you go to the next slide, I don't know how you say in English, paraffina. How you say?
Paraffin.
Paraffin. So we found a lot of this attached to the transfer, and then going like stalactites on the wall. Then for the other batches, we tried to put the. If you see in the drum, you will see that you have a tube trying to retrieve the gases, and it was not that important that time. The time we found all this piece of paraffin was because it was too cold that day. So I think maybe it's that difference of temperature that make it that produce. And the next slide you can see is only the byproduct we have, our glycerol that we are not retrieving the methanol yet. We are producing now the way to heat it and to retrieve the methanol. But for these first 200 liters we have over there, or 200 drums, 200 liter drum, I think we're going to sell it. We are trying to find someone to sell that that product. Now, those days, they buy it to 1.80 pesos a kilo. For you, translating very quickly, is going to be more or less 40 cents a kilo, 40 cents dollars a kilo. And my last slide is the equipment we are using right now for with biodiesel. Is our two tractors we have in the farm with B60, and the two pickups, with one of them with B60 and the other one with B50. You will ask why not B100? Because we are rookies on that. We are not 100% confident on the biodiesel we are doing. We went to other conferences with people trying to teach to do biodiesel, and we find out that we are doing a very good product, because as other people, they are not even washing it, or they are going through a dry column and they are going directly to their engines. So we keep going on. We keep using a lot of information from sites in US, Germany, because here locally we don't have really a lot of information, and to do tests on our biodiesel is too expensive. If we want to go through a full control of our biodiesel, is like $5,000 or $6,000. It's something they call like a spectrogram, or some fancy words like that. And so we have started maybe 1 year ago. Our first test was following, I think I need to thank Gordon Gray, because one of the first tests we did was this spray, and to know if our biodiesel was good. And then we move on with my friend and my brother, and here we are. So keep improving, and that's all, and thank you very much for your time. If any question, I'd be glad to answer.
Why electrolysis? What was the purpose of using electrolysis?
So the question is, why electrolysis?
Because we try this equipment. BioPro has a device with ultrasound to go faster on the decanting process, and then we saw we did not find that equipment in here, and then we were working for another solution, and we saw on the internet on a laboratory they were using a the glycerin. And we tried to replicate that on the 200 batch, but we're not confident yet. So I think it's not really, we need to investigate a little bit more. I'm not an engineer or other physics. I am economist, so research takes more time.
Certainly.
So that was the idea behind electrolysis.
Any other questions? Do you have contact information that we can reach you?
Sorry for that. I can send to you, Roy, my email, my Facebooks, and this type of information.
Great. I will share it.
Okay, perfectly. So I send that to you right away.
Roy?
Yes.
He said that it was going to cost him $5,000 to $6,000 for testing.
Okay.
Who is providing that testing?
Okay. You mentioned it was $5,000 or $6,000 to do testing.
Exactly.
Where is that getting tested? From who?
There is a local government, like industrial institution where you send your samples. And so far what I did is a very simple test, you know, like the flash point and other basics. That was not expensive. But if you want to go to the other one, go through an equipment, you know, where you have all the information, you have that name site somewhere. It's the test where, you know, they go through, like, to have the ASTM, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Well, that procedure here will cost you like $5,000.
Wow.
Roy, let him know that we'll help him.
Well, we can test your product here for quite a bit less.
Yeah, I saw the prices over there, and that's what I told the people in here when I tried to do my test. The issue is that all the restrictions you have to send biodiesel from whatever you want, USPS or whatever, is going to be impossible. But the other thing is,
Call it
like I said,
vegetable
What's that?
you
Call it
can
vegetable
find
oil.
in US a BioPro with 2 columns for $25,000, and in here you're going to pay $60,000. So
Call it a washing machine.
those barriers we have here that we need to jump somehow.
Do you have UPS or FedEx to shipping options?
Did you hear that?
Probably DHL.
Yeah,
Probably DHL.
just to let you know, when
DHL,
in
yeah.
Argentina, I took my computer from Spain, and when I wanted to give it back to the company, because the battery of the computer, it was so expensive to send back, finally I keep it. Just because, and then sometime I was discussing with Gordon Gray, because he has equipment to test the water on your biodiesel. And because the products you are using, it's impossible to purchase it and send it to Argentina. So I'm still looking some relative go to US and purchase it over there.
Okay, well, I'll share your contact information and maybe we can get some ways to help you.
Thank you very much, Roy.
Thank you. We enjoyed your presentation very much.
Thank you all of you for your time, and I hope I can see all your presentations when you will publish them in the next weeks.
Yes, I'll send you the link.
Thank you very much, all of you, and glad if you have questions or whatever, and send me your request.
We will. Thank you.
Thank you.